So a couple months before this course started, I sort of saw myself coming to a point where I would have a lot of free time, and I wanted to do something that was community-oriented. And I'd heard for years about this program called Power to Be, which is an adventure therapy program for kids with special needs. And I have about 4 or 5 summers experience working with kids with special needs. I used to do that up in Port Alberni, where I'm from. And so this would be an opportunity to combine my skills in working with kids with autism and other developmental disabilities and mobility impairments with my love of being outdoors and of doing adventures. And that's exactly what this program does. So I actually contacted them a couple months ago and asked if I could be a volunteer. And they said, well, they'd love to have me as a volunteer, but I couldn't start up until the autumn because they'd finished their summer intake. But then one of their lead coordinators came and gave a presentation in our class about how the integral models that we're discussing in our class actually formed a foundation for some of the adventure therapy work that they're doing. And he's actually co-authored a paper with my professor on how adventure therapy applies these integral models to interpersonal and social development. And I got really excited in that class, and we did some really cool hands-on stuff, just like, kind of group work that showed some of the characteristics of complex system dynamics. And anyway, I seemed to connect with this guy, Dave, who's this coordinator of Power to Be, and I told him that I'd been interested in volunteering, and he decided that he could help me fast-track into being a volunteer. So I'm really excited. In the next few weeks, I'm going to get out on the program with these guys and go kayaking or whatever it may be. And one of the things I was hoping to bring to the table would be a surfing component, so that we could get the kids in the program to have the opportunity to go surfing. And whether they're suffering from a mobility impairment, we could jury-rig or come up with new methods of surfboard construction, and I've seen some examples of that out there that I'm really excited to try and make happen. Or else kids with different developmental disabilities, like kind of scaffolding them and giving them enough support that they're able to try this really cool activity, and something that I think is one of the most satisfying activities out there, and to be able to support them well enough that they can give it a try. So I'm hoping we can get that going in the program as I get more into it and